Yeah. How are ya? Good morning. It is 8:02 on a Monday morning. I'm first warning meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's going on in the world of weather. Hopefully get your day started off on a bright note. Hopefully get your day started off educated on the weather and, getting everything you need to know before you go. Before we get into anything, just a reminder, if you happen to miss Coffee Talk, we're now a podcast on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and on iHeart. And the Spotify one is also the video. So we're just trying to do everything we can to get to you so that you know what to expect. All right, what are we talking about? Top two things we're monitoring. First, the rain chances returning. Saw some of that yesterday. We're going to continue to see that playing in for us. And are you ready for Biketoberfest? I think Daytona Beach is trying to be, and at least weather-wise, we are going to have some really nice stuff ahead. Yeah, we've got a lot to chat about this morning on a Monday. But first, good morning to you. I see Frankie joining us this morning. Beverly, Nikki, good morning. Kathy, how are ya? Jamie, Carolyn, good morning, good morning. Stephen, good morning. Millie, it is a Monday morning, and it's also a beautiful Monday. Here's a live look outside. That is the Tourist District Tower cam. You can, of course, see just how beautiful it is, right? With a few high, thin clouds. Oh, and I-4 looks to be running nicely as well. Megan's behind me. Megan, say hello. Hello. Megan's joining us this morning. And I think the big kind of crossover weather story has been weather and traffic in Marion County because of the fog. We're not seeing it here. It's actually quite lovely. 8 a.m. temperatures across Central Florida, 60s and 70s, okay? We have been watching some showers. Here's a look at our first warning Doppler radar. And if you're in listening mode only, it's been showing coastal showers. That's going to continue through the day today. A couple of little popcorn downpours developing around Satellite Beach. Right there, kind of working over toward Wickham, Penita, the Causeway, up through about Port Canaveral, Merritt Island area. Forecast today does carry a 30% coverage of passing showers. It's not going to be a washout of a day, but we are going to be talking about rains. And I will also add that rain chances these next couple of days are actually going to continue to rise more and more and more. So plan on that, which is not good news for the flooding situation. We'll talk more about that in a couple of minutes' time. Patty, good morning to you. Denise says it's foggy. Oh, no doubt. 30% coverage of rain today. 86 degrees, our high temperature. Now, where is the fog currently? Let me show you. This is a specialized version of the satellite imagery, okay? This shows the surface as close to ground level as you can get, and it shows the surface there. Shows that kind of fog from Citra to Ocala. Yeah, down through Pine Ridge, just north of the villages. So this is definitely something that we're monitoring this morning. It's not a huge deal. This week, the interesting weather scenario is playing out. So we've got, let me show it to you here. We've got a couple of showers dominating, okay, for today, because we're getting more of an easterly flow, and that easterly flow will pick up more moisture. We're noticing it out the door, no doubt about it. Same thing for tomorrow. We'll watch that rain chance a little higher, right? 40% coverage tomorrow. And then by Wednesday, all of this moisture pools from the Gulf of Mexico. Thursday, all this moisture pools from the Gulf of Mexico. And what ends up happening is you've got this frontal boundary dipping in around Louisiana and Mississippi. And what it's doing is it's driving all of this Gulf moisture into Florida, okay? So rain chances these next few days absolutely changing. Look at this, okay? 30% coverage of rain today, 40% coverage of rain for tomorrow. Wednesday, Thursday, turning quite wet. Elizabeth says, Murphy's Law, I just put my patio pillows back out on the outdoor furniture. However, in Florida, rain is always a blessing, especially when you have clients that are thirsty. I suppose so. If your clients are grass or plants, maybe? Yeah. Carolyn says, please keep the showers away from my house until the tarpers come later today. Carolyn, if anybody in this group knows, you do, that I have no control, but I'll do everything I can. Rain is not a blessing when you're dealing with flooding. Shauna, you're not wrong. So let's talk a little bit about the flooding. Here's a look at the flooding river gauges around Central Florida, and I want to focus on the St. Johns Basin there. And of course, the St. Johns Basin is our river gauges that are out east. So here's a look in Brevard and Seminole counties. kind of interesting. Okay, what we did is we tapped into the major gauges. St. John's near Sanford, St. John's over Lake Harney, still in major flood stages. But the good news is that these have all already crested. Back over towards St. John's near Cocoa, that's out near Lake Washington, that has also crested. And those levels are all slowly falling. So this is good news. But up to the north into Volusia County, not as good news. Remember, the St. John's flows north. And so because of this, we're watching these water levels rise. DeLand, Astor, these levels continue to climb. Now, it's not going to be a massive climb. You're already to major flood stage, and frankly, you're already to record levels. But we're not done yet with the flooding in your area, unfortunately. So keep that in mind. And this is not even accounting for the rain chances that we have. Now, the rain chances that we have certainly play into our overall forecast, right? If you're heading out to Biketoberfest, here's kind of a look, okay? The event starts on Thursday. It's not perfect. Thursday is going to be a damp weather day. And it's not just for Daytona Beach, right? It's for all of Central Florida. But we do clear out. Look at that high temperature on Friday. That's not a typo. 79 degrees on Friday. Saturday, 78 degrees? Yeah. So we do have a little bit of rain these next few days. But by the weekend, things wonderfully clean up. Things look so much nicer around Central Florida. As a matter of fact, for the weekend, let's just chat. A brief inspection of our weekend, right? High temperatures around 82 degrees. Seriously, look how lovely that is. Let's take a look at this. All right, I know, you can make fun of me all you want, doesn't matter. Here's a look at Saturday's morning low temperatures as we see it right now. Morning lows in the 50s and 60s. That's Saturday morning. Ready for Saturday afternoon? Everybody's working for the weekend. Let us look forward to this. Look at these temperatures. I'll give you a minute. For those of you in listening mode, I'll take you through. Morning lows are in the 50s and 60s. Daytime highs Saturday afternoon, 78 in Daytona Beach, 80 degrees in DeLand, 82 Saturday afternoon in Orlando. What about Sunday? You ready? Let's talk morning lows Sunday morning. 63 in Orlando, seriously, 63 in Orlando Sunday morning, 57 in Ocala Sunday morning, 66 in Daytona Beach Sunday morning. What about Sunday afternoon? 83 a high temperature in Orlando, 80 degrees Daytona Beach. I mean, this is the stuff we have waited for months and months and months about. So given the fact that, of course, Biketoberfest is kicking in this week, here's a look at the, we don't usually do 7-day forecasts for like individual locations, but given the fact that we've got such a big event, I wanted to make sure to focus on it. So here's Daytona Beach, okay? Today, nice, a couple of showers tomorrow. You can see Wednesday and Thursday, the rain chance goes up 50, 70% coverage, highs in the 80s. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, absolutely, absolutely stunning weather. So if you're in town for Biketoberfest, if you're wishing you were in town for Biketoberfest, this weather forecast looks phenomenal for Biketoberfest, right? When we look at the 7-day forecast for all of Central Florida, yeah, we've got showers, we've got thunder showers. Tiffany points out, not good for UCF's space game. I would agree, it's not the best. Let's take a look at long-range futurecast together. I'm hoping to go to said game, so hopefully we'll be able to clear this out. Give the model a second to load. All right. Futurecast tomorrow morning, starting off nice and quiet. There's rain chances rising, though, Tuesday afternoon, clearing Tuesday evening. Wednesday morning, watching a bunch of moisture pooling in the Gulf of Mexico. Wednesday afternoon, it looks to be a rising rain chance. And then there's Thursday morning, showers around. Thursday late morning, showers around. Thursday afternoon, we're going to invigorate rain, but there's 6 p.m. It looks like the rain chances should stay a little further south. Hopefully we'll be good for the UCF game. Hopefully we'll be good. That's my desire, because if there's rain, I can't promise that the wife's going to let me take the kids to the UCF game. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Hold on one second.
And football season is back. How you can stay healthy if that's what you choose to do.
Sorry. I've got an appointment to work on the car. Oh, it looks like they already did it. Okay, very cool. All right, very cool. Why is voice so smoothing? You know, Dwight, I don't know. I've been told that before. Okay, all right, let's take a look at the tropics. Do want to point out, because this is going to be a little bit of an abbreviated edition today because I've got to go do TV here in a couple of minutes, but there's Tropical Storm Julia out in the Pacific Basin across from the Gulf of Mexico, or excuse me, across from the Caribbean over Central America, and is now a Pacific system. It is expected to fade out. Here's a look at the Hurricane Center's forecast coming ashore into, northern Central America and then into Mexico. Not expected to be a thing. The rest of the Atlantic Basin, look at this, is actually relatively quiet, though there is a piece of energy on the north side of Julia crossing the Yucatan Peninsula that'll work into the southern Gulf of Mexico, and some models are indicating that there may be some flavor of development here. It's a possibility. It's not a huge possibility, but it's something we are certainly monitoring. Let's do this. Let's stop. There. Okay. All right. Sorry. Let's look at the computer forecast models. And if you're in listening mode, I'll just guide you through. It doesn't look like much. GFS is trying maybe in the Bay of Campeche to develop something. Lowered pressures around late this week as moisture's around. Nothing terribly organized. And then I want to point out here, let's watch around the 18th, 19th, 20th. Watch the Gulf right there. That's 18Z on Friday, October 21st. A little piece of energy in the Gulf of Mexico. And then the 22nd, 23rd, something kind of developing around Florida, lifting away from Florida, and then moving up toward the Outer Banks. You see that? That's something around the 22nd, 23rd that may have to be monitored. And then lifting up to the north, and that's about the end of the GFS there. And then another decent front right in time for Halloween, which, may I add, we discussed yesterday on Coffee Talk. The BSR showed it. So interesting stuff. You know I always like looking at interesting stuff. So maybe, just maybe, we'll have that little hit of cooler air for Halloween. I would not mind it at all. All right, here's a look. Central Florida's certified most accurate 7-day forecast, looking beautiful for today. Couple of showers. Tomorrow, about the same thing, though notice Wednesday and Thursday, those rain chances really going up. It's going to be a wet couple of days. Looks like it's not an all-day rain, though. Looks like it's more afternoon invigorated stuff, and then clearing out and cooling down by this weekend. Holy cannoli, that is going to be amazing. I love it. I love it so much. Any questions, comments, concerns before we put this puppy to bed? Marie, hope you have a great day. Of course, Marie, my pleasure. Patty says, go away storm. Can we be one and done this season and let people recover first? I would certainly, personally appreciate that. I can't promise that that's going to happen, but I would like it. When can we turn off the AC? I mean, truthfully, this weekend's forecast looks pretty nice. It may not be perfect, but it looks pretty nice. Jan, have a good one. Linda, of course, these Halloween costumes are heavy. Looking forward to cooler weather. Personally, I would love the cooler weather. That's just me personally. If we can get a nice, cool Halloween, I wouldn't complain. Bob, hope you have a great one as well, bud. You as well, Frank. You as well. All right, any questions before we go? Let me see where I'm at in the show here. All right, I've got like 2 more quick stories. So, all right, that's what we got. Listen, be the sunshine. It's someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I'll see you today at 3:30 for the afternoon Coffee Talk, and we are live on CW18. I will be updating the weather forecast in just a couple of minutes. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. See y'all.